Hello, and welcome back to Paul and Lynn's debut ride on the new FJR to the Lake District and beyond. Now, beyond includes County Durham and over into Yorkshire. Right, so we're just leaving Glenridding now after having lunch at Fellbites Cafe there, and we're off now just briefly to have a look where the drama series The Lakes, anybody who remembers The Lakes with John Sim, in, I don't know whether it was in the 90s, mid to late 90s I think it was. Jimmy McGovern wrote it, and it was set in and around the Glenridding and Patterdale area, and the main families lived on this street here, in one of these houses. Now, what's peculiar, and this is where editing comes in, is that where we're going now, it leads to private houses. It's not a through road. Now, there's one scene where the priest is actually leaving because of bringing shame on the Catholic Church, playing around. Again, anybody who's seen this series, it's an absolutely brilliant series. If you can get a hold of it, even if you haven't seen it, I would recommend it. It's called simply The Lakes, and there's more How's Your Father going on the fells, etc., than Soft Mick. But it's really well written, well acted. And it was set in this beautiful part of the Lake District. And so when you see the priest, Father Matthew, leaving the Lakes because, as I said, he's been having an affair with a married woman, he's heading up this road. Well, as you can see, it's a dead end. There's houses just where I were going to go. And Lynn said, oh, it's private, and of course this is private. So these are some photographs from that point, looking down towards Ullswater. There's the bike. I'm a bit nervous, sir, I must admit. Don't mind emitting because of loose gravel, as you can see. But Phoenix is a lot easier to manoeuvre than the K1600 was, thankfully, but I was still very nervous. She's a smart bike. I do like her without the panniers. What do you think? I mean, we leave them off for practical reasons, really, but I think it looks so well without them. So right, anyway, so that's that. So we're on our way back now. So as I said, Father Matthew, he wouldn't have got any very far with driving up this road. Excuse me. But as I said, the beauty of editing, it makes the viewer doesn't know that. But what a beautiful, as I said, beautiful part of the Lake District to have a drama series. It was set in the Ullswater Hotel, which is the hotel by the lake, I think it's called now. And one of the central characters, simply called Chef. Well, it's unbelievable. Anything that moves, she's his, and real man. So brilliant drama, The Lakes. Look it up, and if it's available on YouTube, well, I'd watch it. It's brilliant. We've just rewatched it. It's one of those that every few years we return to. It's simply worth watching again. Right, so we're off now to this video takes you to the A66 services there. That's at Reged. There's a Morrison's there, I believe, but Reged is a visitor centre, which is perfect really for wet days. I know many years ago, Lynn, myself and our daughter Sam called in there, and we didn't actually go in proper because there's an admission charge obviously, and the place you can't see it. It's actually built in a hill, so it's all grassed over, so there's no roof as such, it's all grass, so it really blends into the surroundings very well. So I bet it's really interesting, and maybe one day we'll go in. I don't think I'll be able to do any filming because for copyright perhaps, I don't know, but I'll have a go. So this is, as I say, back on the A592, I think it is. Going past Ullswater here, and this is heading towards Pooley Bridge. Now, Pooley Bridge lost their bridge during the terrible rains of last December. That's December 2015, and here are some photographs of the destruction. As you can see, the road's completely been washed away, and this is an aerial photograph cleaned off Google Images. As you can see, totally cut in half, and quite a detour for the locals. That bridge, I think, was 300 years old, so you know it stood the test of time really. And good job nobody was on the bridge when it went. Anyway, they've got a new bridge now, and I'm not sure if there's any photos of it. We'll just have a look. Yeah, there it is. Now, clearly, you know, it's a make-do bridge, isn't it? But better than having no bridge at all. When you think of the beauty of the original bridge, that's just a make-do, isn't it? I don't know what the long-term plans are, but apparently Prince Charles visited the newly opened bridge, and they had a piper, bagpipe, leading a cortege. I guess Prince Charles was in that. When they opened and blessed the new bridge. It was quite a big celebration apparently, so yeah, good news all around. So as I said, this is where this road leads to, but we're turning off before we get to that to Pooley Bridge. So let's have a look at the bridge on another video. Maybe do a bit of a cap cam and have a look, and you know, see the bridge in close up. So there we are. Right, well, I think I've said all I need to say. I'm really chuffed at the comments recently on our recent video releases. I think these short videos of a full day out, we have, as you know, as anybody who watches our videos is clearly aware, we have a full day out on the bike, and the camera is running all the time. Now, the main reason for that is for these videos, but the other reason, and it has to be considered, is that it's a safety thing as well. Should anything happen, there's a friend of ours said, well, that's true, but what if it's your fault? Well, that is also a valid point. You know, if it's your fault and it's on video, well, you can be prosecuted. However, should the worst happen, the unthinkable, and we all know what I'm talking about, well then at least for your relatives left behind, they have no problem, or less problems with the legalities of it all. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but you know, it's bad enough there being an investigation and who's to blame and what have you. Well, if it's proved beyond no doubt who is to blame, well then, I mean, an example, not that this will be me, but there was a video released by a very, very brave lady, absolutely, so brave she was. Her son was killed instantly on his motorbike. He was travelling down this road. He'd just seen some friends. He was quite a professional young man. Something to do with diving or something, and it's on YouTube. It's still there, and he's videoing this ride, and he's travelling down this road at great speed in a 60 zone, and I think he were doing 90. Don't quote me, but I seem to remember 90 miles an hour. And unfortunately, there was a car waiting to turn right, and bear in mind we're on the left. We drive and ride on the left. So this car is turning right, waiting to turn right into another road, and unfortunately he didn't see him, and he turned, and of course he went smack into the car. So killed instantly. The camera kept filming. Don't know any more details than that. But this lady, she was so brave, and she didn't once blame the motorcycle. She could have said, oh, motorbikes are dangerous, which, you know, inherently they are. Especially if they're in the wrong hands, and also if they're on the roads and you get drivers who don't see us. Of course they're dangerous, we're more vulnerable. But she didn't say that, she saw past that. It was his fault, her son's fault, and she wanted to release the video to give a warning to other bikers, so hopefully his death wasn't in vain. And as I said, so brave, and the police force of, I think it was somewhere down Norfolk, I think, East Anglia, and the police, you know, released this video with her blessing. And yeah, so as I said, that's the other reason for leaving the camera running. And so rather than get, you know, I mean, how can you, some of it is repeated. I mean, you've seen the Kirkstone Pass a few times, but the way I look at it, you know, we're riding throughout the year, so the seasons change, and Sam Smith recently said, you know, he's looking forward to our countryside greening up. We're obviously a bit behind because we're in the northern hemisphere, and we've had a rather cold early spring and terrible winter, so you know, things are slow. So it's, as you can see, it's slowly greening up, and now, speaking on the 25th of May, well, it's just come to life. Everything's just come to life all of a sudden. The wild garlic's out. Oh, wild garlic. Oh, so good. Absolutely. We look forward to the smell of wild garlic every year. In fact, we even named a video the Wild Garlic Ride for last year. and pity you can't smell it when you're watching the video, but you can imagine. So right, anyway, I've yapped on too much. Thanks for watching, and thanks for commenting. Please share and subscribe, and thanks to all our new subscribers. Got one today, almost every day. I really do appreciate it. We're coming up to nearly 300 subscribers now. I've got 511 videos up on YouTube, so very proud of that. And they're not for everyone, but the comments I get I really appreciate, and it's a lovely community. Okay, take care, see you next time, bye for now.